Thank you so much for opening up this week's version of the Calm the Chaos Insider. I'm really glad you're here. Y'all, over the last several weeks, I've kind of felt this uneasiness in my soul, right? And I don't mean like it's a despair kind of uneasiness. It's just kind of this get ready, right? It's kind of affected how I look at the work I do. Like I need to make sure I get some things done. And it's affected whether or not I say yes or no to invitations to do events or activities. It's even begun to affect how I'm looking at the rest of the year and a little bit beyond as far as what's coming, what I need to get ready for. And I kind of sat down this week, or actually a couple weeks ago, and went, you know what? What is it? And I realized, you know what's coming? It feels like this calm before the storm of the holiday season. Y'all, what happened? This season was meant to be a time of joy and of rest and of reflection on how amazing our God has been to us in the rest of the year beforehand. And now it's become this season of chaos and stress, of rushing, of impatience, of overbooking weekends, of decorating, however many floors you have in your house, and inside and out, and shopping and cooking and baking and all kinds of things. And all of a sudden it feels like it's not even anything fun. In fact, I've heard myself and several other women over the years saying, it feels like an extra job on top of our already busy jobs of whatever careers we have and raising our kids and all kinds of stuff. And this is not what it's intended for. And this is not what I want any of us to experience this year or in any year after that. That's why I created this Calm the Chaos of the Holidays program. Y'all, it is not meant to add chaos to our lives. It is meant to help us navigate what's coming at us as best as we can so that we can walk into it without fear and worry, kind of tagging along, right? This is what my heart is about this, because I want you to be able to say yes without fear of adding too much to your day and be able to say no without having to listen to the guilt. I want you to be able to enjoy and savor every single moment, not only of this holiday season, but to develop the habit so that you can do that all year long. And finally, I want you to be able to be released from this fear that you just haven't done enough, and then be able to say, you know what? I have done what I can. I'm going to enjoy what's here, and God's got the rest. Y'all, that freedom is what it means to have peace in our hearts. And that's what I'm all about, is helping us cultivate God's peace in our hearts, no matter what it is that we're experiencing on the outside. So I truly hope that you will decide to join me. So I want to take some time to kind of explain the class a little bit, because I know there's been some confusion, and explain especially how to register, because that has definitely been a little more complicated than I thought it would be. So here's the thing. I created this event on Eventbrite. It puts out these tickets that you have to kind of click to find tickets. And because there's 4 days, it created like it was 4 different events, but you just have to choose one. So you go to the register button down below, you open it up, it'll tell you to find tickets. When you find tickets, you just click any date. Doesn't matter what date it is, because all 4 of them are all connected. When you click that and then you pay your $12 fee, it comes to me as an email that says, hey, so-and-so has registered for your workshop. And I go, great. I take your name and email and I enter it into our secret Facebook group. And here's the thing you really need to know. This Facebook group is not accessible to anybody else other than those who are in the group. It won't show up on your feed. Well, it'll show up on your feed if you register, but it won't show up anybody else's feed. So when we're in there, we get to talk privately just about whatever it is that we want to deal with according to what we're talking about for the class. And once you're in, you're in. You will be in there for all Tuesday night classes if you can show up for those times. And those, by the way, are only 30 minutes. They really are. They're short and sweet, but I will stay on up to an hour if you have questions you want to ask. Because what you'll see is my little face coming through your Facebook Live feed in that secret group, and I'll be talking about the topic for the week, and down below you can add in your little questions. You can even hit the like button or the love button if you happen to like or love what I'm sharing. So then you can have this little conversation with me, and I'll answer your questions as we're talking along. And if you have questions ahead of time, you can go into that secret group and type in your questions, and I'll get them. So what are we going to cover in those 4 different sessions we're going to have together? Well, I'll tell you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify your values. What does it take to really make this holiday season shine for you and your family? What would that look like if you could really orchestrate the holiday season y'all want? What would that be? Second, we're going to map out a timeline, because even if we know what we want, figuring out how to get it done is the next step. What kind of timing does it need to take? And I'll help you create that whole timeline. Then we're going to take it and we're going to put it on the calendar so that when impromptu events kind of pop up, you'll be able to have a clear picture to say, yes, that can fit in, or no, it can't, and I'm sorry, it's just other things that are more important. And then finally, we're going to talk about mapping out and creating a master calendar for the whole rest of the year, not just the holiday season. And in that, I hope it sustains you in developing this habit that I hope will help you for all of next year, not just for this holiday season. So please, if you have any questions about it, just go ahead and hit below and send me an email and I'll answer them. But I would love to have you register for this class, and I would love to have you share it with any of your friends or neighbors who you think could really benefit. I mean, think, who was crazy and stressed out last year because of the holidays, and could they benefit from something like this? It's 4 short classes, and if you can't attend live, here's the greatest part about it. Those videos are uploaded into that secret group and they're available to you anytime you want to watch them. And because that group will be up and live through the end of this year, you can actually watch it at any time up until December 31st. And even if it's past the holidays, you can still tuck that information away for another time. So thank you so much for opening up this Calm the Chaos Insider. Next week, look for some great ideas and tips in order to encourage you to keep trusting God with whatever it is He's placed in front of you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.